Greetings, voice enthusiasts. I'm John Nicholas Peters, the vocal technician. My students kept telling me I didn't smile enough in my previous video, so I wanted to add an addendum to my first video regarding the subject of vibrato and breath support. There are many, many different theories, different belief systems surrounding that subject. First of all, one's understanding of a method or a technique for anything will depend on the path one took to that understanding, the training that they had, the experiences they had, which led to that particular belief system that they have about that. Let's say we got two great singers, singer A and singer B. They both sing great. They're both great singers. You ask singer A, how do you support the voice? And he says, well, see, I pull my stomach in. You ask singer B, how do you support the voice? Oh, I push my stomach out. How can they both be singing great if they're doing opposite things? So naturally, the assumption is that there's a lot of different methods to singing great. The bottom line is there is one way to sing great. All of the great singers support the voice and produce a vibrato in the same way, whether they're opera singers or pop singers. But because singer A studied with a teacher who said, pull your stomach in, and singer B studied with a teacher who said, push your stomach out, they think they are doing opposing things. In fact, if they are both singing great, they are both doing exactly the same thing. The other thing is that the same process, physical process, can feel different to different people. One singer thinks supporting the voice feels one way, feels like this. Another great singer may think, oh, my voice is a fountain of water or whatever. If they are singing great, the bottom line is they are both supporting the voice in exactly the same way. All you have to do is observe the great singers. You'll see they all do the same thing, exactly the same thing in the same way. One thing that I find rather frustrating regarding the subject of vibrato is that, again, getting back to what I said before, a lot of teachers will say, all you have to do is just relax. As long as there's no tension in the throat and the air is flowing freely, the vibrato will come. Well, if that teacher had a nice natural vibrato, or if they are even a vocal prodigy is, Celine Dion at the age of 12 producing her first hit record. You can't teach a child how to do that. That's a vocal prodigy. A vocal prodigy does not actually understand how the voice works because they don't have to. They just sing. This great voice comes out, whatever kind of singer they are. Consequently, their experience of vibrato is that. Relax, and the vibrato will come of its own accord. Now, if you're a vocal prodigy, yes, absolutely, that's what's going to happen. But what if you're not so lucky? I wasn't so lucky. The process of producing a vibrato is a physical process. The other thing is that in the almost 40 years that I've been teaching, whenever a new student comes in and they have a natural vibrato, I have always asked them, how do you do that? Never once in almost 40 years of teaching has any student who had a natural vibrato or who was a vocal prodigy or close to it known how they do it. They always say, I don't know, I just do it. So that internal process can be very subtle if you have a natural vibrato, a nice natural vibrato. So the singer is not always aware of it. In my experience, has never, ever been aware of how exactly they do it. They just kind of do it. So, I don't know, I just do it. Now, if you're not that lucky, student comes in and they don't have a vibrato. Oh, I always wanted a vibrato. I always wanted to sing with vibrato. Or they have a wobble, right? That can be corrected. A vibrato can be built from scratch. I've built hundreds and hundreds of vibratos from scratch, getting a student to the point where they can't produce a vibrato at all. As a matter of fact, they can't sing at all, can't sing a note, and getting them to the point where they sing and they sound very good. So it is possible to produce a vibrato having learned how to do it, having been trained to do it. The muscles which produce a vibrato can be trained, and the student can learn how to do that. Or if a student has a wobble, that wobble can be corrected, and the student can learn how to produce a vibrato in the right way from the right part of the body, so that it's a shift, it's a physical process. The appropriate muscles need to be strengthened so that the student can do that. And it's also a mental shift. Instead of vibrato being mind to throat, wobble, mind to support system, mind to support system. So that process needs to be shifted. This mind to throat needs to be cut off, and mind to support system. And then eventually this student who previously had a wobble is now producing a vibrato in the right way from the right part of the body. I hope that clarifies a little bit. It's really important to understand that if you're, attending a master class, great singer, legendary singer is giving a master class, and they say, okay, this is what you should do, or this is what you shouldn't do. Well, again, who did that person study with? What was their experience? What were their experiences which led to their beliefs about vocal technique? The process that one needs to go through in order to achieve a certain thing. And then you get another person, another great famous singer, who had completely different experiences leading up to their success, at the point where they became great singers, and they say something completely different. But again, I reiterate, the bottom line is there is one way to sing great. All of the great singers do exactly the same thing. And in my next video, I'm going to play some examples which we can listen to so that we can start observing, as I said in my previous video, observing rather than listening. Observe past the voice to the process. What do all the great singers do, and what do they all not do? Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.